All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Off Court Podcast, the paddle podcast covering all your paddle needs. We are your hosts. I'm Hugh, as always, joined by
Connor. What's up, guys?
What's up, everyone? And today, as you see, we are not in the studio. We're doing it a bit differently. That's because I am in beautiful, sunny Dubai. Very, very lucky and grateful to be here. I've been watching the Dubai P1 live. If you guys follow our stories on Instagram, you might have seen that. But yeah, so we're doing it virtually. Connor, how are you? How are things going?
Great, man. I spent the weekend being like a proud dad watching the Premier Padel stream on Red Bull TV and going, "Oh, there's Hugh on the TV. Let me film him and send it to Hugh." When he's literally there in person and seeing himself on TV, he's just like, "What the hell's going on, man?" But everything's good. I'm very jealous that you're out of cold London and you're also in Dubai watching the best paddle players in the world over the last 3 days, man. And all I want to know on this episode, obviously we're doing a digital episode today, might be a little bit shorter. That's our aim anyway. I just want to know everything. I want every little detail. What was every experience that you had, really? And that's kind of what we're going to run through today.
Nice.
Hugh met some of the top players in the world.
Yeah.
He got in a random elevator, and in front of him, Estero and Arujo were next to him. And we kind of want to get into what's it like being at a Premier Padel event. And it seems like you probably got some of the most intimate moments there. Obviously, we're going to cover the games as well, or the finals. But yeah, this one's a little bit different today, guys. But I'm super excited. You know, you asked how I am. I'm all good, man. I'm kind of living vicariously through you. And yeah, dude, how was the Dubai P1, man?
It was an amazing experience. I feel like very blessed, fortunate, and just genuinely like joyful and happy that I had the opportunity to live this experience, because it was so special, you know.
Yeah,
it's my second time watching paddle live. I did Barcelona finals, the quarterfinals of the Barcelona finals last year. But this year I went to quarters, semis, and final.
You ramped it up a whole other level, dude.
And the 3 days
Hugh keeps flexing. Like, he's like, dude, look at my VVIP wristband. Dude, show the camera.
So I got really, really lucky, and through a friend was able to. So I didn't even know this existed.
Hey.
Apparently, there's a thing called the VVIP. So
that's
very important people, persons.
That's Dubai in a nutshell, man.
Yeah. So for the 14th, the quarters, we got that, which was basically right behind the court, sort of not on the sides, but the behind. There's two behinds. You know, there was courtside prime, and then there was I don't know what it was called, the like courtside box or something like that, which were stands that were a bit further away than the courtside prime, which is where we went for the finals. But like the view was amazing. You had like free canapes, free drinks. We ate for free like nearly every single day.
That's so funny, because I'm remembering when you were talking about your experience at the Barcelona finals last year, and you're like, dude, I've eaten like 4 hot dogs, and that's the only thing you can eat here, man. And now you're eating canapes and texting me that you're in the Royal Box or something like that. And I was just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, and all of this was through a friend. Shout
out to the main shareholder of Court
Shout
Podcast.
out Johan Chia, absolute beast, for sponsoring most of this experience.
Our benefactor here.
Yeah.
Maybe next time, Joe, I can come on that one. Anyway, but dude, really, what was it like though? If you could describe it in a couple of words.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Like, I feel like I felt the games a lot more. Like, I was a lot more into it in terms of like, you know, as if you were watching a football match, basically, and you're like really rooting for a team kind of thing. And then just like, I guess just like in awe. Every single point, I'd go to my mates. I'd go to either Talon or Joe, and I'd be like, dude, that was sick. Like, how do they do that? Because if you can watch them up close and you see the speed at which they hit the ball, the precision, the technique, and you can see it very clearly. It's incredible. It's insane. Like, it makes I mean, it does, because they're professional and they've been doing this they do this every day. It's their job. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it is ridiculous.
How is the difference between like watching it on your screen versus watching it live? Like, what are the moments? Is it the smashes? Is it them like digging a ball out the corner, finding extra seconds? Like,
it's the
what
smashes.
is that to see?
It's I guess you get different perspective. So if you're like, let's say, level with the players, instead of watching it from like up top, you know,
in the royal box,
you see the how they pick up balls that are virtually impossible to pick up. You see how the body moves when they smash, which you also do, but like that up close, it's really strange, like the way, like how Tapia would hit a smash, or Osberger when they're falling back. It's bizarre.
You saw all of the greats. What does an Augsburger smash sound like live? Like, what does that feel like? Like, when he
it's
fucking rips it.
It's the sound as well, as what I was gonna say, is one of the main things. It sounds beautiful.
Is it like a gunshot? Is it like everyone's like silent? Like, what the hell? Like, that's incredible. Oh, that's so sick, man. Yeah. Okay, wait, we're getting too excited. I just want to get like your I guess your highlights or your memorable moments. You kept sending me some stuff every now and then. We can run it through day by day, but I think let's talk about you meting some of the players as well. Actually, like, who did you get to meet a little bit closer and personal?
Closer in person, meet. I got to meet Andrea Austero and Sofia Araujo after So after their win in the quarterfinals, I think they were hungry. So they came up to this was the super VVIP day. So they came up to that place to, I think, just get some food, get some canapes.
Nice.
And there was a few people there, and, you know, people were asking for pictures and stuff. So I asked them for a picture, and then just randomly, me and my other friend, we were like, oh, let's go downstairs for a bit. So we got in the elevator, and that's right at that moment they were getting in the elevator with their team as well to go down. So me and my friend were like just kind of, and it was a small one, so we were kind of like stuck in an elevator. We'll pop the video here with Ustero and Araujo, and I did tell them, like, super cool to see you guys live. I always watch you on TV, but like it's really nice to be able to watch you perform.
What did they say? What were they like?
I think Andrea was a bit more. She was a bit more quiet, I think, and she was on her phone, like probably responding to texts and stuff. Sophie was a bit more. She wasn't occupied with anything, so she was really nice. She was like, "Oh, thank you very much. Like, glad you could come and watch and stuff."
That's
really
so
sweet.
sick.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh my
those are the
gosh,
players
man.
like I got to meet, I guess.
Yes.
I did get. Was able to get a picture with Garrido as well. We'll pop it here.
So sick.
I got to actually like meet, not really meet, but speak a little bit to some of the teams and families, because on the semis we were on the courtside seats, so we sat literally right next to Garrido's. I think it was the girlfriend and some friends or something. I didn't speak to them, but Gemma Triai's family, who are from Menorca, so they speak Catalan, which is my mother tongue. I think they saw me, and I think, you know, I was just sitting right there. So and I asked them, you know, are you Gemma's family? Because I could kind of tell, and I've seen them on TV many times. You know, they just look like people from the island, from Menorca, and they were like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm like a huge fan of. I think it was the mom, the dad, and the grandma, maybe, or something. And chatted to them for like 10 seconds, but that was nice.
That's so cool.
And then Fede and Galan's team, in the semis, when they were playing against Stupa Lebrón, they were sitting right next to us as well. And maybe it was the Galan's manager, I'm not entirely sure. This girl who was there was like, we're Galan and Fed's team, there's only one possible winner today, right? To us and our friends being like, you guys are going to support us. And we were like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Secretly, I was like, you know, it'd kind of be cool if LeBron won. I'm not like choosing
little,
sides here. But.
Little do they know you have a full Juan LeBron like kit basically at home, right?
Literally. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, so
and they ended up not. Stupid LeBron didn't win that against Chingalan, obviously, which wasn't a surprise, really. Yeah. But that's so sick that you got these like insanely intimate experiences.
Yeah, and I guess speaking of memorable moments, I think it's a good moment to reveal a really special thing that I got to do. It was a combined effort. So let me break this down really quickly. One of my friends, Johan, the master who made all of this possible again.
Shareholder of Off Court Podcast.
Exactly. He on the, I think it was the Adidas. Yeah, it was the Adidas stand in the commercial village. Because there was a commercial village as well. We'll talk about this now. They did like a little raffle thing. It was basically a big like glass box with loads of paddle balls inside, and you had to like put your hand in there, and if you got one out with like a specific mark on it, that meant you got a prize.
Okay,
so
sick.
You get the ball and they give you like 2 envelopes. One of them's a racket and one of them's like a can of balls. And first try, he signed up to the thing, he put his hand in there, got the thing, envelope, he chose the right one, and he got a free racket. Bear in mind, this Adidas racket is not like a metal bone. No, it's like a 25-pound
rental racket.
It's a really bad Adidas racket, basically. But this is important because this was the vessel towards something really good. We get the racket, and I was like, it would be pretty cool if we could get this signed by Galan. It's an Adidas racket. Let's try. So we made it happen. He got the racket, and he was like, because you speak Spanish, you should go up and ask him. Because we were sitting courtside there, and ideally as well, their benches, Chingalan's benches, were on our side, right? So we were really, really close to them. We'll put some videos here as well, and the video of me getting the thing. At the end of the game, a lot of people, if you're on that side, if you're sitting there, they just go up to them, take like selfies, ask them to sign stuff. So I was like, this is my moment.
You're pushing kids out the way to
yeah,
get this
well, we were really, really close. And this, I mean, shout out to this one dude who had a Knox racket and wanted Galan to sign it, which is a bit weird, but he had a marker because we didn't have a marker. So I was like, dude, after you get yours signed, can I use it? And immediately after, I gave him the racket that we won, and we got a signed racket for Galan. This is going to be a loan that Johan is going to give to Off Court Pod, another toy to add to our collection. We're going to have it for like a year. And when Joe comes back from Malaysia, because that's where he lives, he'll collect it. But pretty cool, no, guys?
That's so
I think
sick.
that's awesome.
We have a Coquinetto racket.
Yeah.
And now we have an Ale Galan racket. I think that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, you picked up a nice gem while you were there, man.
Yeah. I tried my best.
Out of curiosity, man, what does Galan smell like, dude, when he's that close? Can you smell him, man?
I couldn't smell him, to be honest. Would have been nice, but no, I couldn't.
It would have been nice.
I tried to get
give you the inside scoop.
In there.
Yeah,
but,
quick whiff.
Yeah, but
that's
no.
so sick.
Yeah.
Any other gifts, maybe, or are we saving that for later? Or
yeah, I mean, if we're on gifts, we could also reveal another.
Christmas came early
gift.
this year.
Christmas came early. I had to get something for Connor.
I want to know what it is.
He wasn't able to be there, so I copped us, one each, I guess.
Oh, matching.
One each. Also something that we could add to the podcast. We'll see.
Okay.
But I was lucky enough. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Basically, I'll show you yours first, okay?
Okay. I'm here. You need both hands for this?
Yeah, so I'm going to put the mic down.
You can put the mic down, and I'll be React Andy.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's a little maybe not too long, but just hold it up and then come back to the mic. I'm assuming it's a t-shirt. In my head it's a t-shirt.
I'm gonna do it like this. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
Unboxing. ASMR unboxing, guys.
Ready?
Here we go. Yeah, I'm ready. What is it? What did you get me? Oi! Is that Tapia? Yes! Yes, that's so sick. I love it, dude. Yes, bro.
The official Knox Agustin Tapia t-shirt.
Hell yes,
I think
bro.
it's very special. I tried to find, it was the only like player t-shirt they had. They had Stupas as well at the Sioux stand, but I was like, I think Connor's gonna like the.
I'll take a Tapia.
I wanted to get the black because they always play in black, but dude, there's so many people. They sold so many t-shirts, and I went there the last day, and I was like, I need 2 larges. What do you have left? So he gave me this one, and then I have this. I got the same one in dark blue, which isn't black.
Oh hell
but it's
yes!
Still pretty cool.
Okay. We know what we're wearing when we film our episode when we're back in the studio, dude.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
It's a cool present, I think. You know,
I love it. I can't wait to put it on, go play paddle, and play like absolute ass, man.
Dude, maybe it's the power. You know, maybe the fabric like seeps into your like with the sweat and just makes you turn into an absolute god. Who knows?
Trust me, I'm gonna be blocking it like Tapia with my back to the net, bro. Trust me. Every point I'm gonna try it, and if it happens, it happens, man. Oh, that's sick. That's my first paddle merch. Obviously, Tapia is my spirit animal a little bit, so I'm happy I get to channel that and I can cosplay Tapia as well a little bit. That's so sick, man. And we can be matching as well, dude. 2 Tapias on 1 court. Yeah. I absolutely love that.
Maybe put it on the back of in the studio, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe it's got a nice space for it up there.
We could hang it.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Oh wow, a lot of presents, a lot of highlights. Yeah. What the hell, dude?
Yeah. It was. I was there, and I was like, well, might as well. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, so might as well try and get the best of it. You know. Yeah.
That's so sick. So you were up and close next to players. You were copying paddle merch. You got a signed Ale Galan racket, man. Like, what is there anything left on there before we get into
in terms of like memorable moments? Highlights? I guess. No, just like watching like these insane games, watching El Clasico. We'll talk about it now, but like that's
for
huge,
people who want to, get tickets to the next Premier Padel event, and they're considering where to sit. I guess. Like, what would you say your best viewing experience was? Was it courtside, like side on like next to the mesh, or at the back of the court?
The best is how do I explain it? Yeah, it's back of the court. So not the Side is super close, and that's where like the teams usually sit.
I see.
The only issue with that, if we're getting picky, because it's still an amazing seat, is you lose a little bit of like depth, but not depth in terms of length, in terms of width, if that makes sense. You can't really tell if a ball's going down the middle. Yeah. You don't know exactly how middle it is, kind of thing, because you're watching from the side. The absolute best seat in the house, without a doubt, was when we watched the finals. It was even better, to be honest. The VVIP wasn't as good as courtside prime, which is back of the court, super, super close. We'll put some pictures and videos here of the like POV, because then you get, and it was slightly ever so slightly to one side. Yeah. So you could still, it was right in the back glass, but you could get you get a little bit of angle, and you could see the entire court, everything perfectly. That's like by far the best. They're expensive. They're very expensive seats, obviously, and they go quick. But if you have the opportunity and the means to do it, and you really want to see like what it feels like to watch Coelho and Tapia or Bea Gonzalez and Claudia Fernandez from that close, do it, because it is an amazing experience.
Oh, that's so sick. Yeah. That's so sick. Okay, you've given us the inside scoop on experiencing Premier Padel live a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the games. I think obviously I was watching from the screen, but I was still in it, living with it. Mm-hmm. I think my first shout out here, which is a small one, but I think it's a nice moment for Garrido and Campagnolo. Yeah, I think making it to a semis is really special for them, considering
it was super special. Yeah,
on Garrido's side as well, man. Like, this guy's had a bit of a tough year, trying to find the right partner, And to see that level of success, get to a semis is
Yeah.
just so sick, man. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to shout them out. You were there for that game, right? You saw
I was
it?
there. Yeah, I was there for the quarters.
Yeah.
And the semis. Yeah, the
Semis,
semis. They
yeah.
lost against Stupa Lebrón. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
That's-
massive
that's
for
so
them,
sick.
man. And it's also, I guess, now that we're talking about this, like the intensity that these players are going through. I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly, but they're like, the adrenaline is crazy, and like how
Yeah.
pumped and focused they have to be at the same time, with the sweat dripping down and focusing on the shots to play, and then they miss and they get angry and they have to control the emotions, like especially with Campagnolo and Garrido, who were both
Yeah.
up close, because I got to see them like that. They're both very intense, but they're both also like quite physical players, and the
Yes.
gestures they make and like how they hyped each other up and told each other not to like worry too much. It was insane.
I was gonna ask how it doesn't have to just be for Garrido and Campagnolo, but how vocal are the players? How what
Very
is it
vocal.
like?
Very
Is
vocal.
that during the game, right? Like
Yeah. During the game, stuff that maybe you can't hear on TV.
Yeah.
Like, for example, speaking about Campagnolo Garrido, Garrido in the semis did a beautiful, one of the best actually that I've ever seen, fake smashes, where it was like
Sick.
he does one of his classic jump smashes, Garrido, but instead he just went for a light tap. And even
Nice.
they both, Coelho and Tapia, caught off guard, and you could hear Tapia say, "Oh, qué bueno," meaning like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good," to him immediately
a
after he
beast.
hits that shot, And they do, yeah, they speak a lot, obviously on the benches, on the court as well. And little things they mumble to themselves or maybe to each other when they
Yeah.
leave to go to the benches and stuff. You can kind of catch that live. if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
that
exactly.
close. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm
that's
also
so
lucky
sick.
enough to speak the language, so I could get some things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
you know exactly what's going
Yeah.
on.
And
No,
I also
that's
have a
so
little
sick.
bit of beef, I guess, or insights into a LeBron
Okay.
Galan conversation that I
Yes.
heard through the semis. But we'll get into that when we get to them.
I know.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think
Shout
there's a
out
couple of
to-
other things
Yeah.
on my mind that I wanted to know if you saw live.
Yeah.
Did you see Paquito punching his racket at the end of
No,
it? Did
that
you
was-
see that?
No, that was round of 16. Because
Oh,
that's
okay,
when they
okay,
got
that's-
knocked out by Garrido Campagnolo.
Yeah.
And he punched his
Did
racket.
you see the clip though?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That was so funny, man.
Yeah.
And then I love Paquito because of that, because he's purely putting it on himself, and he's just punching his racket standing at
Yeah.
the net, and then the moment he sees the two other players come up, he just switches and he's just
Yeah.
like, okay, let me shake your hand now. But he's
Yeah.
so pissed off, and I just love that.
Paquito usually gets super frustrated with himself.
Yeah.
Rarely with his partner, unless it's like something really bad. But it's usually like self hate
Inflicted.
That yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's something that you mentioned when we last spoke about, Sanz and Paquito playing together, right? Like, especially on Paquito's side. Not Paquito, sorry, John Sanz's side. The inconsistency's there, but when he turns up, he's ready to go. But then if he's making a lot of mistakes, he's kind of like stuck in that zone, which I think that's kind of why they got knocked out of at round 16, basically, right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of mistakes from
Yeah.
John Sanz, and
Yeah.
the frustrations were there. But I think they should stay together for at least the beginning of next season.
And it just wasn't I guess if we're talking about like just general, vibes and one of the reasons why Garrido and Campagnolo were able to get so far is because the conditions were incredibly fast. Court
Smash fest.
and the Adidas, what were they?
Balls.
The RX6 or whatever. They're like super fast as well. And so teams like Coquillanguas, Paquito, John Sanz, Bergamini, Leal, which they made it to the, it was the big powerhouses like Garrido and Campagnolo, who both have like insane smashes, and they are all about quick, succinct, and like just fast play, points being over soon. They're not all about stamina and stuff.
Nah, I mean, the court conditions were already fast, and then the event organizers were like, okay, let's use the fastest ball possible, man, and let's just make this like a dynamite tournament, basically.
Yeah.
So it was that. I still kind of like that at the end of the day. Yeah, we want to see some longer rallies, but I like the excitement here.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably what gave Goya and Tapia the upper hand against Chingalan in the finals. But we're not there at the finals yet. I think there's a couple of moments that I saw on TV that I wanted Hugh to maybe break down from the live perspective. I got terrified when Chingo like got injured almost. Like I just saw him like on the, he goes for a smash and falls on the floor. And then starts I don't know what the nice word to say. He's fucking screaming, man.
Yeah,
like,
screaming,
like,
wincing in pain. Yeah, it was. I thought it was really bad as well. I was watching it with Talon, my other friend. Johan hadn't arrived yet. He's a massive Chingotto fan. That's his player, and I remember him being just like, no, when it happened, because to me it felt like because he smashed and because he was like he hit it like sideways, he sort of fell on his side as well.
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, oh my God, I feel like because he started screaming in pain, I thought it was his arm. I thought he'd like actually dislocated his shoulder or something because the screams were loud.
I was like, oh, he's done.
Yeah.
Like Chingotto Galan's over now, you know, like forget crazy. Like the rest of the season, you know?
And then they started touching his leg and I was like, oh, something happened to his leg, but it's like didn't feel like he twisted anything. Basically, after watching the Premier Padel Instagram post they did on it, like that replay, he fell on a ball that he had in his pocket.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That does sound painful.
But his weight went onto the ball and it kind of like maybe bruised him or something. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that was mainly
the reaction was scary. I'll be honest, and I thought he was done. But if he just fell on a ball, I was just like,
same as you live. It felt like it was really serious. I was scared as well. Yeah,
it's like he dislocated his arm or something, man. Yeah. Okay, it's good that we cleared that up. That was just a moment of scare because obviously we know what the results are of the finals, but we are still rooting for the race. And I just didn't want it. I didn't want the season to end like that. You know what I mean? If Chingo or Galan or even Koya and Tabi got injured, you know, we're so close to the end. If they made it there without picking up an injury, that's amazing. But okay, so we had a Chingotto scare, that's for sure. I think also before we get into the finals, maybe we have to talk about Stupa and Lebrón last dance together.
Yeah, man.
You know, they got to a semis together, but gosh, man, it's over now. You know, now we have Augsburger Lebrón, right? And I just wanted to see, you know, obviously, what was it like watching Lebrón play? What did you put out a few wolves like? Woo!
Oh yeah. The Dubai crowd was howling.
Yeah. I know. I noticed.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Yeah. So I guess a few things. I don't know if you saw, but when they were doing like the coin toss, after the coin toss, I think right before they start warming up, where they like, you know, high five each other, opponents and stuff. Stupa did like this joke where he like sort of stepped over the net, kind of like to go to the other side.
Yes.
And then they posted a video as well of them in like the tunnel before they went out, and Stupa was like, should we come out and like our pairs? Should I go out with Deneno and you go? You know, he was making a joke. They were all, So it felt like, obviously they already know what's gonna happen. It's a done deal.
They're swapping over, huh?
Swapping over, and it felt like, you know, it wasn't that serious to them, this tournament. That was the feeling that I got. Like it wasn't like a do or die kind of situation, you know.
Do you want to know why I also felt that it wasn't that serious?
Why?
Because Lebrón was like extra nice, man. Like he was too nice, bro. I was just like, stop, chill. Like
this is not usually who you are, man. Like now that it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And he was 100%. Yeah.
You know, I don't want to put him down because obviously he's just trying to be on his best behavior, but it's like when you can see straight through it a little bit, and you're just like, okay, man, like, you know, you would have freaked out a little bit.
He did have a few altercations with the ref though in the semis.
Really?
I don't know if
how did that go down?
Well, 5 minutes into the game, he was already complaining to the ref about, I think, the height of the serve from Chingo or something like that. And it was so funny because the ref was like literally right there, super close to me. And I could just look at him, and the ref was just like, LeBron was like speaking to him, and he was like, da 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 da, whatever, no. And then he just like be like, fucking hell, not again.
Guy,
they probably, and they were speaking to each other in like first name basis. Like LeBron knew him, so it's probably an umpire that they've had like a few times, and he kind of knows the LeBron antics already. But yeah, man, the last dance. I mean, Stupa was a bit injured as well.
Right.
Quarterfinals, he did have to go for like a few minutes. His lower back, I believe, so he wasn't playing his best. He wasn't forcing himself. Because there's nothing on the line, I don't think he was, trying to do anything crazy. So it was kind of like mellow and chill in that.
Yeah, I
sense,
see. I mean, look, it was kind of cool to see, a Denena Augsburger, Stupa LeBron last game before they swap over. Obviously went to 3 sets. Mm-hmm. They lost the first set 4-6, then took it 6-3, 7-6 at the end. And I was kind of happy Stupa and LeBron won that game, I'll be honest. So
I wanted to see. I was so excited. You know me, Connor. I've been raving about this since day one. The whole Galan LeBron thing. I really wanted to see a Galan versus LeBron game.
Yeah, dude.
And that can only.
I mean, how was that? How was it seeing LeBron and Galan?
They
on
were
the court?
actually like quite like
civil?
Cordial with each other, civil. There was this one thing, and this is where the inside scoop comes in, and the language thing as well. I think it was LeBron's serve. There was a woman, so in front of LeBron, behind the back glass, and the like courtside prime seats with a flashlight on, and LeBron's like, "Hey, flash, hello, flash." It took her a while, I think. And then I think she did it, and there was still something bothering him. And I think Galan was like, "Bro, just serve. Just do it." And then LeBron just went, "Sorry, is the flash bothering you?" And then I just looked at Galan, and Galan just like smiled and laughed, being like, "This fucking guy." And then it went on. But dude, there's still bad blood. There's still
bad blood. But I have to add one extra layer of detail here. And I got this because it was from Nico on the commentary. And yes, there was a flash. This is the most Dubai thing ever, okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, there was a flash that was bothering LeBron on his serve, right? Or Galan, sorry.
It was bothering LeBron's serve.
Yeah,
it was,
exactly. Yeah. And they thought it was a camera flash. Do you know what it was?
What was it?
It was a necklace with a big diamond on it. So when
only
the light was
Dubai.
hitting it, only in Dubai, man, and it wasn't a phone flash. It was just a massive diamond, basically picking up the light from the.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Nuts. That's why when the flash was off, it was still like something.
Yeah, it was still on.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just a massive rock, man.
Okay.
That's so funny, dude. Holy cow. That's sick that you got to see, the ex-lovers, Galan and LeBron, play a game on the field, right? Like, not the most intense game ever. I think LeBron's head's already in, Augsburger land, basically.
100%.
So,
100%.
that's also something I'm very excited for now. There's no more waiting. The next tournament is the Mexico Major, and we are going to get Augsburger LeBron guys. So that's just something to look forward to for the next one, and we can see how they start. Yes, I am. I'm a little less excited for them, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, because it's a legendary pair that's already played together for years, and
they go back. But
the Augsburger LeBron is more juicy in terms of like the paddle drama and
exactly.
100%.
And it's just the juice, and we love the juice. I think just because we're on LeBron now, but I think I have myself a point of the tournament. Mm-hmm. Hugh has a point of the tournament as well, and for me it was LeBron, and his crazy. I think it was Tapia who hits the Portres, and it goes out the court, and the ball's bouncing on the top. Is this the right clip?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't against Koya and Tapia. Sorry, I'm making that up. But
that's what I was thinking. It might have been Might have
I'm gonna
been
play the clip here.
Dineno Asburger, or maybe even and it was against Chingalan.
Yes,
It was
yeah,
against
okay, that
Chingalan.
makes exactly. And this ball, I
Yeah.
think Galan goes for the smash, and it goes almost out the court. LeBron runs out, but this ball starts bouncing on
It bounces
the
twice.
top
It
of the
bounces
fence.
once.
Yeah.
He's already there, so it gives him enough time. Bounces twice.
Yes.
And then,
He pops it back into the court, runs back to his side. Chingo hits a lob, and LeBron just winds up and hits a crazy smash,
it's
and
Galan.
the ball flies out the court.
Yeah, it goes to, like, Chingo returns it. Stupa gives it back. I think because LeBron still hasn't gone into the court yet, Galan goes for the cross lob, because now Stupa's gone to LeBron's side, and he just rips a massive smash winner. Yeah, that's
a little lucky on the double bounce, but that feeling where you can tap that ball back in, keep it in play, run back to your side and smash it and get the point. I think
it's just an unusual, sick. Nice point. Yeah.
I was like, these guys are so hype, man. But I think you have your own point.
However, for me, and watching it live was ridiculous. And another thing that I think should be mentioned, so many smash blocks this tournament. I don't know if that was just me, but like I just feel like there was a lot of back of the court kind of putting your racket up, blocking smashes. Even like this one that I'm talking about yesterday at the final, Tapia just like volley blocked a smash from Galan. Massive smash. Tapia just like puts his racket there, returns it. Like I don't know how his like grip strength, his forearm must be made of like metal or something, because it just like the racket withstands the power of Galan's smash. He brings it back, gets lobbed by Galan, I believe.
Yeah.
And he just rips another smash winner. It goes from blocking a smash that was probably going to be a winner into a smash that just like basically winner, makes it fly up. Galan can't get there. So yeah, we'll put them up here as well.
I can't believe you saw these moments live though. It's like unreal to see that level of paddle and
I mean,
it's just
I think the main thing that I was like, maybe going back to memorable moments, because I think it's important to like say the margins these players are playing with, not just Chingalan and Koyo Tapia, all of them is ridiculous, especially in a court where it's super fast. So you have to like not a lot of lobbing, a lot of smashing, and a lot of just playing ground strokes to the body or trying to find angles that way. The ground strokes are like this far above the net, like literally, and they're absolute bullets, and they're doing it while squatting, because Coelho's just like ripped up like a massive sliced forehand volley to the corner, and you're there, you just like pick it up, and somehow you pick it up with power, speed, and this like incredible margin as well. It was just it's insane. It's
the levels
ridiculous.
of perfection that these guys are playing at is fucking nuts, really.
Even the girls, it was mental.
I think one of the moments which is correlates to that is from the finals. Koyo Tapia Chingalan, and they go off to their break, and I think this is at the point where Koyo and Tapia are 3-0 up, and they got their first break on Chingalan already. And Chingalan's coach comes up to Chingotto, and he's like, man, your chiquitas, you need to hit them lower. And Chingo looks at his coach, and he's like, man, they're already low, like they can't go much lower. And their coach is like, I know, but I'm asking for perfection here. Like to be able to beat these guys, we only need perfect shots,
in these conditions.
Exactly. And I was just like, wow, you're asking so much from already such a high level of standard here.
But that's like, it's the only way. It's literally the only way. Because when you've got, when you've got
so
Tapia doing Tapia things, and he's got his, it's a good day for him. You're done.
Dude. I was scared. Before we get into the men's final, we should cover the women's final as well. I think a wild one, really. Because Claudia Fernandez and Bea Gonzalez over the last few tournaments have had their their issues. They weren't really making it to the semis. They obviously weren't making it to finals. And they just kind of came out of nowhere, really. I don't know if you felt that too, but
they did a little bit. I mean, it's the how close it is between the top three pairs, girls pairs in the world right now. It's just it's an up and down. Sanchez Jose Maria beat Triay and Brea 6-3, 6-3. Then the next tournament they get knocked out in the semis. Or quarterfinals. Did they get quarterfinals? In the semis. Yeah. In the semis against Gonzalez and Fernandez, 3 sets. It's crazy. And I mean, I think the MVP of the final and maybe of the whole tournament, and she was just locked in, man. Locked in, and it meant so much to her. Say. There was a lot of emotion as well after the semis. I mean, Bea Gonzalez, watching her live, especially in this final yesterday, she was like she was like Tapia, she was like Tapia when Tapia has a good day, just getting to everything, smashing, covering space like an absolute beast. Like she was everywhere. She was like a spider, supported by Claudia Fernandez, who was just consistent, doing her job, being diligent, and also getting some like really cheeky angles and winners. High IQ from Claudia Fernandez, I realized. And when she was playing, when she was with her back to us, this is yesterday, so I had her really close, and she's obviously plays on the right, so she was the closest player I had. She caught Gemma Triay a few times when they were on the Chiquita sort of drop shot game, when they do that, and it's like the 4 of them at the net trying to outsmart each other with that. Claudia Fernandez just like a soft rolling topspin forehand down the line to Gemma, completely unexpected. She did like a few of those, getting winners.
I love it. Yeah, the master and the disciple go up against each other, huh? And
literally, I think they played amazing. I mean, it was a 6-1 first set.
Man,
brutal.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, I think it's maybe it's not the best take ever, but really, I think in moments like this, when it's like high intensity, very fast play. Not that Gemma Triay or even, Delphi Brea aren't that much older, but just because of, Bea Gonzalez and Claudia Fernandez, like youth, I feel like that caters to them much more when the game is much faster. The rallies aren't, building over time. It's not lob after lob after lob. It's just quick killer points, basically. And I think, that's how they took that first set 6-1.
That's where they excel. And to be honest, in my opinion, it felt like Delphi and Gemma were just they were just not really active. And the same happened in the men's. It felt like, because it's so fast paced and like explosive and quick, you can either be the pair who's on board with that and kind of like going with it, or on the other side, the ones that are just being a bit more passive and that just can't get into the rhythm of the game. That's what I feel like happened with Gemma and Delphi. They just felt a bit deflated. And like they didn't really want it as bad as Gonzalez and Fernandez. You know what I mean?
Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a 2-setter final. I mean, the same for the men on the men's side. I think some of that could be shared with Chingalan's performance against Koya Tapia, which we can get into the men's final now, right? Look, you got to see an El Clasico, man. What were your feelings going into that before you're watching the 4 best players in the world playing right in front of you, meters away?
About it. Yeah,
it's the best matchup, man. You're not going to see any better paddle.
It's ridiculous, man. It's especially, I guess, in this case, all the flowers, and we've been kind of raving about Chingalan recently because of they're
on a streak,
surprising wins and the streak they had and stuff. But man, getting to see the Golden Boys fully dialed in. And just playing in the conditions that best suit them, which is just super fast. They can play their game, which is, they're both amazing at covering those angles, fast, quick balls. I mean, Chingalan as well, and then the smash. The smash was the main, in my opinion, difference.
From who?
Especially from Tapia.
Yeah,
Tapia
man.
MVP of the match, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
he was on fire.
Coelho was supporting what Tapia wanted to do, basically. Coelho played amazingly as well. I think it was very weak from Chingo, unfortunately. His overheads were not doing anything to Coelho, honestly. The angles weren't working. Galan didn't get a lot of smash opportunities.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just the Golden Boys. You know what, man? And I was saying this to my friends. It was like Tapia was doing Tapia things, blocking smashes, crazy angle shots, getting to balls that no one should be able to get to. It just feels like the paddle gods are on Coelho and Tapia's side sometimes.
Yeah, I totally,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
And
Yeah.
in a way, I mean that genuinely. And obviously, that's, paddle gods don't exist. But at the same time, like, but that you feel that way because they put themselves in the situation for that to happen, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, yeah, blocking Galan's smash was quite lucky, or the last point of the tournament we did last week where he just lifted his racket and did that.
Yeah, he puts his hand up.
But he was in the right place with
Yes.
the racket in the right, because he kind of knows he's so good and can read the ball so well. He kind of knows he'll put it there. Look, maybe the smash just like hits an awkward point of his racket and he doesn't get the return, or it just goes to the net. But his racket was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
It's like
When you want to bring luck into it, right? But really,
Yeah.
I think it's like 90% Tapia and his skill, and that 10% of luck when that influences and comes crashing into Tapia. That's when like the magic really happens, though. I can't say he's just all luck, because he's there. You're right. He's in that position, and he's pulling off like the craziest things ever, man. And when you're watching these,
was on point.
when you're watching these foreplay, does it really like? Obviously, we've watched so much paddle, man, but you're watching it live. Like, does it feel like a different game when you watch the four best players play on the court in front of you, man? Like,
it feels like a different game, spectator-wise.
yeah,
because
okay.
everyone there most people know about the race and how many times they face each other, and they're regular Premier Padel consumers, let's say.
Yeah.
So there's hype and there's energy and vibe in the air, if you know what I mean. In the ether, you 100%. Can feel it. In terms of like play style, I mean, the speed is the same as, playing against Stupa. I mean, it's just, I guess we don't know because we're not them or we're not part of their team.
Yeah.
But we don't know the specific minute details and chess movements they have to do while playing against each other, these four, because of their history and all that,
Yeah.
It's just, like highlights, Tapia smash, Coelho coming into the net is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
The way he can hit a flat volley forehand going into the net, and it just going, as I said, this far above the net.
Yeah.
But the direction and then bouncing just before it hits the glass kind of thing is
it's perfection.
Him just like, coming in like that. Yeah, perfection. And just the technicality aspect of it is ridiculous as well,
I want to know what this is like as well, because I think one of the moments of struggle that Chingalan had this game especially is the fact that they had such a hard time controlling the net. And I think that's something that has gotten Chingalan those wins over the last few games against Coelho Tapia in the final. I think they were like, okay, we know how to manage ourselves. We can push the net, we can hold the net, and we can get our points there. But this game, it's like these guys were stuck at the back of the court. Every time they were being pushed up, they were just finding answers and finding themselves back in the court, man. And they were just in this loop, basically, where they just had no control, on the attack. And I want to know what it was like seeing Coelho and Tapia do their classic strangulation, suffocating them at the net and holding it there. You said that, seeing Coelho come to the net, but it's like when they hold it and how they get these guys moving on the court is just like, what is that like? Is it just domination?
Yeah, it's just pure domination. I completely agree. That's what happened. They tried at the beginning, especially, they tried the lob, being like, maybe if it's a perfect lob, it'll work. They weren't working. they tried lobbing Coelho, which is usually where they go for the lob, because he won't go for, if it's a good lob, he doesn't have that stretch Osberger Tapia style smash. So he's very tall, but if you lob him properly, which Chingo usually can do on the cross court, then they do that. They tried Tapia as well. Impossible. Tapia was hitting he missed, I think, one smash or whatever. I mean, I've got the stats up here.
Yeah, let's run through the stats.
I mean, he did. He did. I mean, I guess I was expecting it to be better, but I guess 8 out of 16 smashes, which is, I mean, decent, you know. It's exactly 50%, but he's the one with the most smashes in the game. And also, well, no, not as 17 winners for Coelho, 15 for Tapia. Chingo, as I said, in my opinion, was the worst player with 7 winners and 15 unforced errors. He missed a lot of backhand volleys, easy mistakes. I feel like he was very nervous, and then he got into his head a little bit, and that
and started to crumble,
him. Yeah, but I mean, sorry, going back to your question, it was amazing, and it was really interesting being able to watch up and close the technique that Coelho and Tapia have on their volleys. What's
that like?
Well, the way they move the racket and the way they move their bodies, it's obviously perfect, and you'd want to replicate that, you know. But it's, you know, it's just really cool, and I mean, then, you know, you try it and it's just not going to work, but at least you're like, I've seen now what a perfect volley should be. I mean, I'll put it up here because this is I think we put it on our story bit. I got a really good angle of a Galan backhand volley that just died at the back glass.
Nah, it's perfect.
And that was amazing as well. But yeah, man,
that's so
as
sick.
you said, I completely agree. Control of the net, strangulation, and just Chingalan, I think, maybe being a bit overwhelmed by the importance of that final yesterday.
Yeah, I just think these conditions here, you know, if you look at the battle between Chingotto and Galan, Galan and Chingo have, you know, got the upper hand over the last few tournaments. But when court conditions cater more to Coelho and Tapia's style, I think that ceiling or that level is just, they get to access that, you know, God status, basically, where they can just do whatever they want, right? And just like not even feel the pressure. And I think that's what we witness here. And I think now, you know, in terms of the race here, it's a P1.
Yeah, but there's still chances.
It became even tougher. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Mexico major is like.
It was a very important win should have been for Chingalan, you know. That's why I think they were so nervous maybe as well with it.
Yeah, totally. The pressure's all on them.
It would have really put then pressure on Coelho and Tapia. But yeah, I mean, it was court conditions that just didn't favor Chingo at all. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Couldn't really do much. But yeah, we'll see. And I mean, Mexico is going to be super fast as well because they're going to be playing in high altitude, and it's usually
in Acapulco.
South American tournaments are usually quite fast. Santiago being just ridiculous, like playing on the moon.
We'll see. Oh my gosh, the Bulls will be flying. That's for sure. Oh my gosh, that's so sick.
Are we missing anything? Like, I'm just trying to think. I kind of want to give
Did you manage to cut a little piece of Tapia's hair because you were so close to him and bring it back, or any other memorabilia?
But I did get to see. We'll put the video up as well. He did a meet and greet at the Knox stand.
Yeah.
The queue was ginormous, so I didn't have the time to, and I honestly didn't just want to wait for like half an hour, 45 minutes to meet him, and I still hadn't bought the t-shirt, so I couldn't get them signed either. But yeah, it was sick to see him like literally super up and close.
Man,
he seems like a super genuine, nice guy, a bit shy as well. But yeah, shout out to the commercial village was really cool as well. Not as important as the games and stuff, but we'll put a few videos here as well of like what that was like. Just a few stands, some fun games. It was cool, and the venue was amazing, man. The venue was sick. The crowd turnout was really good. The energy that the Dubai spectators brought was awesome as well. And yeah, man, just overall.
It looked like a
Super
great
happy.
tournament to watch on TV, but the fact that you were there live on the ground, experiencing this, seeing all the players, it was super cool, man. Like honestly, and I'm still very
100%.
jealous, but I can't wait to get you back, and I can wear the Tapia T-shirt and
get our another addition to our
Galan racket in there.
Galan
Yeah,
racket.
exactly.
Yeah, we're growing, man. We're growing it, and we're gonna
Each
be
year-
looking
each
like
year
we're
we
gonna be
pick up
looking
one-
like
one
Pablo from the fourth set, like soon. You know, with like everything.
Trust me, we'll get that Knox deal as well at some point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah.
that's great. But yeah, slightly shorter-ish episode. Not really, but you know, we wanted Hugh to give his scoop right on the Dubai Premier Padel. So if you guys ever considering, you know, going and seeing Padel live, you know, Dubai might be on your roster, and and you can see how it goes, guys. But really, that's so sick, Hugh. I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you were our foreign correspondent eavesdropping on Geometry Ice family and trying to get all the scoops and everything, man. And yeah, what a great tournament. We are now 2 tournaments away. Obviously, we have the Barcelona finals, but then we have Mexico Majors, which is in 2 weeks' time.
But we're nearing the end of the season. Also,
nearing the end of the season.
I'm sorry, but massive thing that we didn't mention. Today, I think officially marks the 1-year anniversary of the Off Court podcast.
It's okay.
Confetti,
I double checked this.
And well,
unfortunately, Hugh, we have to wait a little bit longer.
Why?
Because for some, this is Off Court podcast lore. A year ago, me and Hugh sat down together and we recorded a Dubai P1 episode that fortunately no one ever watched. And that was our practice
Was the
episode.
tester a Dubai P1 review?
Yes.
Was
And
it?
no one's ever gonna watch it because me and Hugh look like nervous
Horrendous.
kids presenting to a school, man, and we didn't have a good setup and all of that stuff. What marks our 1-year anniversary is the Mexico Major. So when we do that, we'll actually be back together in the studio here. And
So the Mexico Major was officially the first proper
that's the first episode
posted?
we ever did.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
exactly.
bad, guys. Sorry.
So we're just very excited to get to the 1-year mark. Obviously, it's a big thing for us. And it's something we want to celebrate a little bit with you guys. You know, there's a couple of you guys in the comments in our last episode that have been watching pretty much the whole way through. Yeah. And that's really, really, really nice to see,
and we
guys.
really
So
appreciate you. And it's
whether
it's
you're new and
that
old,
you're still with us.
Yeah, and you're listening to our annoying voices, but look, we got signed Galan rackets. We've got Hugh going to proper paddle events and
a bit of a different one, but I think it's fun and nice for you guys to see, like, you know, what it looks like with the videos and the experience and everything. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was awesome. So
no, it's sick. It's
so yeah,
sick.
hopefully you guys think so as well. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Do like, subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all the platforms. It really helps us grow and, you know, be able to keep doing this. So please do that if you can. Connor, lovely to see you, even if it's virtually. I will see you soon.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks for jumping on this call with me and chatting. It was awesome.
No worries, guys. All right,
We'll see
take care.
you on the next one. Peace.